What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wisdom Wednesday. And as you guys know, for the month of December, we are talking all things energy and awareness. Okay. So today, I want to talk to you guys about the power of the pause. Okay. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment and then you regretted it right away? See, here is a few tips that I'm going to go through today on how you can stop, pause, reset, and then respond. Okay? Stop yourself in your sentence, pause, completely be quiet, reset so that you can have a clear mind. Okay? And then respond. And it's a very, very simple thing to do. It really starts with understanding the dynamic of what is going on. See, when something triggers you, your nervous system instantly goes into fight, flight, or freeze. Your heart starts to race, your breath shortens, and the thinking part of your brain literally shuts down. Okay? But when you stop yourself from responding to the normal response mechanism that you are used to, like your default, then it interrupts that stress response. And it gives your mind the ability to catch up with what is going on. What is the dynamic of this? Because trauma, it will sling you back to the past and it will keep you there. So now, every time something similar happens, you are going back in time to something that happened to you traumatically, and your mind is associating with the present event as the same as the past event. I hope that I'm making sense with you guys, okay? So, for example, let's say you're in the heat of the moment and you're having a disagreement with a loved one. But as a child, you always felt like you weren't never seen, you didn't have an opinion, you couldn't get your voice, like you didn't have a voice. And that really hurt you as a person because it's like you wanted to express yourself and you wanted to say how you felt about what you were experiencing, but since you were not the adult in the situation, you were silenced. But now you're an adult and you want to be more expressive with yourself, but in the heat of a moment you don't know how to because you've been silenced for so long. So I need you to understand that in that moment, if you have not released that trauma, in that moment, your mind is going to think that you are that same 5-year-old child that was once silent. And since you don't want to be silent anymore, you are going to respond like that child, but you're going to still be the 20, 30, 40-year-old you. Since your mind has not caught up to the dynamic of the situation, you are literally responding as if that traumatic event is happening right now. But in your mind, it is. So I need you to understand that stopping and pausing is very, very important because in that in that 10, 15, 20 seconds, however long you need to stop and pause, you're able to tell your mind Hey, today is September 24th, 2025. I am 28 years old. I'm having a conversation with my loved one about X, Y, and Z. We are not on the same page right now, but we can get on the same page. I need you to not flare up right now. I'm safe. I'm secure. I'm not being attacked. It's okay. You don't have to come out the closet right now because 5-year-old you is ready to kick, scream, punch, yell, throw stuff. That's what 5-year-olds do. So in the stop and the pause, you're able to hit that reset button and really talk yourself through it without the third party and tell yourself, this is not the same event. I am living in a whole different world right now. And then you're able to respond with clarity. Okay? That is going to be so important. Just imagine how many times you yelled at somebody and you knew what you were saying was not true. You didn't mean that. But you got to ask yourself, where did that even come from? That is a version of you that is hurt and broken and is living in this moment as if this traumatic thing is happening again. It doesn't realize that it's not happening right now. It's up to you to take a deep breath in, exhale slowly. Take a deep breath in, release whatever it is. Last breath, take a deep breath in, exhale slowly, and choose how you want to respond. And it literally doesn't take a long time for you to do. This powerful practice of the sacred pause will help you reset your nervous system so that when you feel triggered, when you feel like you're under attack, when you feel like you need to fight, flight, or freeze, you can step back into the driver's seat, say, we're safe, or okay. You don't have to fight right now. You don't have to defend yourself right now. This is just a disagreement between two adults. We can work through it. See, your peace is worthy of that pause. Because just imagine if you don't pause. Ooh, your peace is done and over with. And that's why most people have bad days. And it ain't a bad day, but they have bad days because they just gave up their peace. They just, oh, you did this, you said that, I'm triggered. Bye, peace. Yeah, you had a bad day because you just gave up your peace. We're done doing that. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. That's all I got.